3, 2, 1, we're live. I counted down very slowly. Hello, welcome to Happy Hour with Kira and Denise, and tonight we have a very special guest, and his name is Dr. Glover. He will introduce himself in a little bit. So if you're live with us, just say hi and let us know what you're drinking. I'm not drinking anything. I know Kira is drinking her kombucha as usual. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you hashtag replay. If you have any questions about sleep, make sure that you post them in the comments and we'll address them. And Dr. Glover will address them toward the end of our topic. So without further ado, doctor, let us know, tell us about yourself and what you do and all the jazz.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Glover. I'm a chiropractic physician, and I practice in Leesburg, Florida. I'm married to my wife, Jada. We have one young son named Gunnar. So as a chiropractor, I see a lot of people with low back pain, and a lot of times sleep is an issue with the back pain. They're kind of interconnected. So I try to learn a lot more about sleep so I can help the people with the back pain, because we'll get into all that a little bit later. But yeah, I've been practicing for a little over 10 years. I've had my own clinic for 7, and we've been very blessed on how things have been, how being able to help people in the clinic. So now we're trying to outreach a little more through the internet.
Awesome. Kira, would you
fire away with the first question then?
Let's do the first question. Exactly.
I mean, tell us, why is sleep so important for the body's health? Like, why do we need good sleep? Because everyone says we need good sleep.
Oh, absolutely. We definitely need good quality sleep. And the reason why is because, we're awake for, most of us, at least 16 hours a day. Now, as we're doing that, we have all of our systems on heightened awareness. And we also have gravity constantly putting pressure on us as we're walking around throughout our day. Now, whenever we sleep, that's when the body heals itself and kind of recharges the batteries. Okay, so whenever you sleep, that's when your discs are the shock absorbers that sit between each one of your spinal bones. They constantly get compressed throughout the day. So whenever you sleep, those actually rehydrate themselves. Also, while you're sleeping, it gives you a chance to sort through all this stimuli you got throughout the day. Now, a lot of times, if you've ever noticed, if you had some, say, weird dreams, for instance, if you keep a dream journal, like keep a little pad by the bed, and you write down the things whenever you dream about it, you're going to notice it's some stuff that you've noticed throughout the previous day. Because what happens is we take in so much visual and audio stimuli, our brain can't sort it all at one time. So whenever we're asleep, our brain actually goes through all that information and says, okay, let's keep this, let's throw this away. And so it's a pretty neat trick to go through your dreams and kind of analyze certain things. And people that you've thought about, stuff like that, will kind of show up in your dreams, because that's your brain's way of sorting things out. And if you don't get quality sleep, you'll tend to go crazy, which is not good. So, but yeah, that's one of the main reasons. Good quality sleep is going to help our bodies repair and restore to its normal functions.
Awesome.
Nice.
Want to give us some sleep tips or sleep hacks?
Yeah, well, there's a couple things you can do to help with sleep. Well, when you're trying to fall asleep, there's a few things that you can do. A lot of us will say we'll be on the computer, we'll watch TV, we'll do things like that. Now, all that is putting out this blue light, which kind of hyper excites our brains. And so we'll watch our, favorite Netflix show or something like that, and then try to go to sleep. And then we can't go to sleep because our brains are hyper excitable. So what you want to try to do is, they have these glasses, they're called blue blockers, that actually block out the blue light. So it won't hyper excite your brain. Do you use those?
Totally wear them.
Yeah, we did. Well, the first time my wife got a pair, I'm like, what are these? And I felt kind of weird. I thought somebody was looking at me, filming me or something. But they do help out quite a bit. So those are really good to take, because that makes your brain kind of calm down. Also, reading will help out too, because say with our computer screens or TV screens, there's so many different colors. If you notice, when you're reading, it's just kind of black and white, so it doesn't excite the brain, so it allows you to kind of calm down over time. And there's quite a bit of supplements that can help out as well. Melatonin is a great sleep supplement. Now, but everybody reacts differently to certain supplements. So melatonin is a good one to take. If you don't have good results with that one, valerian root is also a great one to take as well. And also, a lot of times you'll get used to one and then you want to switch it up and try another one for a little bit because your body gets used to certain things. So valerian root is a good one as well. Magnesium is also a calming agent that can calm things down, help you sleep better, also helps out with muscle spasms. Those are really good. Also, 5-HTP is a very good supplement as well. Now, that stands for 5-hydroxytryptophan. That's the thing you might have heard of that before because that comes in turkey. So Thanksgiving when you get tired and you want to take a nap, that's because of the tryptophan. So 5-HTP is a good supplement for sleep as well. The only drawback with that is the first couple times you take it, sometimes you might get vivid dreams. So they might be scary for the first time or two because you get into a very deep sleep. But yeah, all those are a lot of good little hacks to try to do. And try one at a time. Don't try all of them, at once because you never know what's going to be good for you and how your body's going to react to it. So just try, one thing at a time. But those help out quite a bit.
Okay. So that's good. I'm going off script here, so I have to do that. So those are good if someone can't fall asleep. What if it's somebody who continues to wake up? Like, what if they fall asleep fine, but there's someone that wakes up in the middle of the night every night?
Okay. Well, with that too, and with that one, it could have something to do with their sleep posture as well, because that has a lot to do with how you sleep. Now, there's a few good sleep positions that are best for you to sleep in. Actually, the best way to sleep, if you can, is on your side with a pillow between your knees. That puts your body in a neutral position. So you want to start out in that position if you can. I mean, as long as you don't have any conditions where your hip's injured, where you can't do that, or your shoulder. Now, if you can't do that, on your back with a pillow underneath your knees kind of relaxes your body. So you want to try to get in those two positions. Sometimes if you wake up, you might wake up and you'll be on your stomach. That's actually very, very bad for your back, but also your body too. So that's probably the reason why you wake up. So if you wake up and you find out that I can't get back to sleep, try to get in one of those positions and your body will kind of naturally calm down and get back to sleep easier. Also water too. I mean, water's going to help out as well because that kind of calms things down and kind of flushes out some toxins too and helps calm everything down.
That's funny because I'm a stomach sleeper. I sleep fine, but I'm a stomach sleeper.
Well, and you can do it for a while, and I have this discussion every day with patients. And the reason why it's bad for your back, chiropractic speaking at least, is whenever you lay on your stomach, it puts your low back into extension. And the holes that your nerves go through in your low back, they get smaller. So if you wake up and then your back is kind of tight, it's because those holes have been small for 6 to 8 hours or however long you've been sleeping. So you get the most hydration you're just at night on your side. So that's the best way to sleep. And for a stomach sleeper, that's the easiest one to transition from your stomach to your side because it's not that radical of a change. From your stomach to your back kind of rocks your world. And so you're probably not going to be able to sleep too long. So yeah, it's an easier transition to your side, and it might not be that big of a deal now because you're young, but as you get older, you're probably going to notice it more. So.
Interesting. You might have a stomach sleeper too, but he's right now. So
yeah. And also too, the mattresses have a lot to do with it as well, and it also depends on. There's not one cookie cutter mattress for everybody. Some people love the memory foams. Some people love the Sleep Number beds. I know my wife and I we went to the Sleep Number store. We both sat in the bed, went through the whole spiel, got our numbers, and we were excited about the bed. And then they hit us with a quote, and it was like $11,000. And we're like, oh, well, this was not for us. So, but it's you spend a third of your life in bed, so. If that's the one that helps you sleep, it's worth it. But we went another route. But yeah, mattresses have a big effect on how you sleep, and especially if you're a side sleeper, if you're a back sleeper. Now, if you're a side sleeper, you want a mattress that's a little bit softer so it can give into your shoulder and your hip. Because what happens is if you have a firm mattress and you sleep on your side, it's going to really compress your shoulder up against these nerves in the brachial plexus here. It can cause your hands to go to sleep. You might fall asleep fine, but wake up and then you have to shake your hands and things like that. If you're a back sleeper, you want a bit of a firmer mattress. And the best thing to do is, try them out in the store, see what works well for you and your partner. And then most of the stores have a 30, 60-day swap out thing if you don't do well with it. That happened with my wife and I when we got our last mattress. We went to the store, found one that was great. Then we got it home. And the exact thing that I described happened to me. My arms started to go into sleep. It was a bit firmer. So we got one that was a bit softer, and it made a big difference. And it was a bit cheaper, too, so we got a refund. So. You don't have to go super expensive in the mattress. It just has to be good quality. And also with your mattress, too, once you get to about 5 years, you want to reevaluate the mattress and see how it's doing. Because 5 years, they tend to lose their integrity. So they're not going to be as supportive as they used to be. And make sure you're rotating your mattress, too, because my wife and I are two very different sizes. I'm a bit bigger than my wife, so you want to make sure that you're swapping those mattresses around so there's even wear, so to speak.
Denise, do you have any questions?
Did we address? I'm sorry, because whenever he's talking, I make sure that he's the only one on the screen, so I'm doing this whole thing behind the scene, and I had to go get water. So, did we address when, if someone is tossing and turning, what are some quick hacks or quick tricks where they can actually fall asleep?
To go back to sleep. Getting in one of those two positions right there. So trying to avoid your stomach, because that's actually going to, even though you might not feel it, it's going to slightly pinch your nerves, which is going to excite your body and not allow you to sleep. Now, all it takes is the weight of a dime on a nerve to reduce the function of it by 60%. So that's not much pressure. Even though you might not feel it, it's still going to be affecting your body and your muscles. So get in those two positions, either on your side or on your back, and that's going to take pressure off those nerves. Like I said, even though you can't feel it, it's going to kind of relax things from the inside out and make a big difference.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't have any questions. Do you have any questions that came up?
Anybody in
Kira?
the group have any questions? Or?
We have people that are live with us, but I don't see any questions.
Yeah, we have a few people live, so if you've got any questions, I can throw in another one.
Okay.
Those with chronic insomnia. This is not me. I'm throwing them out there, though. Can chiropractic care help?
Yes, with chronic, and I see that quite a bit. And there's a few things we can do just besides chiropractic-wise. Now, breaking down what chiropractic care is, we essentially work on the central nervous system. Now, our brain and our spinal cord together are our central nervous system, and they control and coordinate every function of our body. Now, our spine is there to protect our spinal cord, and all those bones are supposed to be individually movable. Well, when those bones don't move as much as they should, it affects where those nerves go, okay? And it can affect with sleep, it can affect with mood, hormone production, all kinds of stuff like that. So once we get those bones moving, we can help restore function to those nerves and calm things down. And we do have a few products in the clinic, too, that can help out. We have some CBD oil as well that helps calm things down. That's a big sleep aid. We have one supplement that's CBD mixed with melatonin that is specifically made for, it's called Sleepy Z's. It's really good that the patients have been raving about. I've got one patient that basically every time we get some in, they buy it out, buy them all out. So that works really good as well. So chiropractic manipulations can help out, but also the supplements that you take. And we've been noticing some great things with CBD oil.
Yeah, we did a pretty cool live, was it 2 weeks ago, with somebody about CBD?
Yeah. Jay was telling me about, my wife was telling me about that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
It's doing some pretty amazing things, and virtually no side effects. It's virtually just all upside stuff. So
people were so hesitant for so long, but now it's getting more mainstream. So
yeah. Well, yeah, I was hesitant with it myself too, because a lot of my friends started carrying it in their office, and they were telling me, oh, you need to get this. The patients are loving it, and I'm like, yeah, you're just trying to sell something. And I had never smoked or anything like that, and so I was kind of ignorant onto how all this stuff worked. And I was thinking, oh, I get that stuff, it's going to give me the munchies, and all, but it doesn't work like that. The more I learn, the more you realize that stuff. But yeah, the only negative side effect I've noticed with the CBD is that's not really negative, but and sometimes whenever I take it, I might get a little more thirsty. But other than that, and not everybody gets that. Just some people do. No.
Right, it depends. I know you mentioned the mattresses, and I know that you said that we're all different and whatever. But what are like your top 3 or top 4 mattresses that you kind of like recommend, or is there a specific brand that you do, or just kind of like go try it out?
Well, I tell people to try it out for themselves, because that's what we did. We tried out. I've tried the Tempur-Pedic, and those are very good. But I've had, and we didn't have a Tempur-Pedic, but we had a memory foam mattress. I wasn't a big fan of it because once you got in there, it was nice, but then it was almost like you were trapped in there because it does kind of wrap to you. So if you go and get up, it's kind of hard to maneuver once you're kind of sink down in there. And I've had patients rave about the Sleep Number bed, and some of those are lasting for, say, 10 years and not having anything go wrong with it. And the only thing is, it is a bit higher of a price tag, but a lot of times you get what you pay for too. So, but my thinking was get a good quality mattress. And it's a hybrid with coils that we got. Okay. And I figured, okay, if we get a good mattress, it lasts 5 years, we can replace it, and it's still not going to spend as much as getting a Tempur-Pedic or a Sleep Number. Even though those are good, it just it didn't seem cost effective for us. There's better things we could spend our money on if we've got a few extra grand. Take a trip
vacation, yeah. We have one question. Cynthia's asking, what are your thoughts on, is it pronounced cryotherapy or cryotherapy? For hip joint pain caused by arthritis?
Okay. Well, and I would ask her too, cryotherapy, is she thinking about the deep cryogenic stuff that you get into, or is she just talking about cold therapy for that? Because there's a couple I'll kind of touch on both.
Okay.
Now there's a therapy that a lot of people are using. It's called cryotherapy, where you go in. It's a very sub-zero temperature. You go in. It's supposed to knock out a lot of inflammation. And I've heard some really good stuff about that. There also is some negative things that can happen. I'm not sure if any of your audience watches football or anything like that, but there was a football player called Antonio Brown who was very in the news media lately. Well, he just got frostbite in his foot from going into one of the cryo chamber things. So it does a lot of good things. That was the first negative thing that I had heard about that.
Wow.
But as a general rule, a cryotherapy, ice and cooling things down, helps calm down inflammation. So anything cool, like if you sprain your ankle, you're going to have inflammation, put ice on that, it calms it down. So as a general rule, the cryotherapy is going to be good. The things you get into the sub-zero temperatures, I've heard really good things about that as well. I'm not sure about the prices of them. We don't have one in the office. Some of my friends do, but I haven't talked to them about prices. But it's supposed to knock out a lot of inflammation throughout the body.
Yeah, I can add Dave Asprey. So Cynthia, if you want to Google Dave Asprey, he's a bit of a biohacker, but he swears by cryogenics, cryotherapy. He even says that if he's somewhere and he can't get to something, he'll get bags of ice and literally place them on his body. So.
Yeah. It does some really cool stuff. So, and I'll have some patients come in after they'll injure themselves, and a lot of them make the mistake of they want to relax the muscles, so they put heat on it, and they'll come in and they can barely move, and so we'll adjust them. We'll do some electric stim with some ice, and then they're walking out virtually pain-free. Because you just got to know what to do in the right scenario. So you want to get calm. Basically, inflammation is the driver of pain. If you can control inflammation, you've got just about the whole gambit of stuff licked. So control inflammation, really control your life.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. You know how, and I know it may not have to do a lot with sleep, but then it's not letting us sleep because of the pain. Because you know, right now, like kids and people are on their phones, and the way that we hold it is like this, right? So it's like straining the neck and the muscles.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I'm talking about that because my daughter right now is 8 years old. She does dance and everything, but she also has the neck pain, and I'm thinking it's because of the phone and watching and playing with the thumbs and stuff like that.
Sure.
And then once you're in pain, you can't sleep, or like you need a good position to sleep and whatnot. What do you recommend for a good posture for that, or like kind of the phone situation kind of thing?
Yeah, well, and that's becoming rampant in today's society. They actually have a condition that's called text neck. Because what happens is your head starts coming forward, and we have a big sign in one of our therapy rooms that shows that, like, the correct posture you're supposed to have. Because if you have your phone, you're supposed to hold it directly up in front of you like this. Most of us do this kind of thing,
right?
And that really activates your neck, and your shoulders start coming forward. So what you want to do, basically, at least once a day, you're constantly doing that throughout the day. Get one of the foam rollers you've seen in like yoga classes and stuff like that, and basically you'll lie down so your neck comes forward like this. You want to put that along your mid back, and like you're doing a sit up, you just want to slightly extend backwards, and that's going to open up all that stuff. Because whatever you do to your body this way, you want to do the other way. Just like when you work out, you don't just want to work out one side. You want to work out both sides, okay? So you're doing this all day, you want to do that at least to open up everything. Because as you're doing this throughout the day, you're hunching over, you're actually collapsing your lungs, you're not getting all the oxygen you need to, so your body's not going to feel the way it should. So just doing that for less than a minute, you're going to get up, you're going to stand straighter, you're going to take a deeper breath, you're going to feel better.
Oh, so nice.
That's a big hack that takes less than a minute to overcome that. Doing that once a day.
Once a day.
That's a game changer. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool.
good advice for every single person.
Absolutely.
I mean, everyone's like this now.
Yeah, no, and I'm just I'm gonna get my daughter that too, so she can do it. But it makes total sense. Like you're like this most of the time. Let's do the opposite. That makes total sense.
And the foam rollers are like $12 to $18. They're not bad. So.
Yeah, and what about what is a good position to hold your phone, or is it not? Like there isn't any.
It looks kind of weird, but you want to have it just like if you had your laptop or computer. You want it directly in front of you. So if you have your phone, bring it up and put it right in front of your face. Okay, you're going to use the muscles of your arm, but you're not going to be hitting those neck muscles back in through there. So people may look at you funny, but it's your body you got to live with.
Exactly. I'm feeling the pain.
It's going to be hurting because they're not doing it right. So that's the best position to do it in. It feels weird when you're doing it the first couple times, but after you get used to it, you're going to be like, oh wow, why didn't I do this before?
That's awesome. Any other questions? I mean, we have people live with us. I don't see questions other than Cynthia and Diane couldn't connect. But, I mean, if you have any questions, Kira, that are coming up or...
No, I figured people have questions and they're live now and they don't get to them right away, or they can go one later or watching the replay.
Yeah.
Is it okay to reach out to you or Jada?
Absolutely. Yeah, any questions they may have. Another thing too I didn't mention is sleep time. How long we sleep affects our body too. So really 7 to 9 hours is kind of optimal, but 6 hours seems to be the threshold. Okay. If you're not getting 6 hours, your body's really not going to feel like it's supposed to. So if you're doing over 6, at least that's manageable, but ideal is 7 to 9. So that's one thing I want to throw in, I meant to say earlier.
And then what about a specific, a specific time? Should you be in bed by 10 or by 11 or 9? What time should you wake up?
It all depends on your schedule too. Right. Like my patients coming in, I have some that are nurses that work, the night shift, some work the day shift, so it just depends on your schedule. Some have little ones, some don't, so that depends too. and you're just going to find out what works for you. But you want a darker, kind of cool environment that helps calm things down, so you get into a deeper sleep as well. So if you're one of those people that does work the night shift and has to sleep throughout the day, try to have some of the blackout blinds, and that'll help out quite a bit.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, because you need the darkness, and that's awesome.
Yeah, my brother, he's a fireman EMT, and they swap shifts doing night and then days. And so when I first got to school, we used to live together, and that's what his room was like so dark, during the day, but it helped out.
Good. Oh yeah, thanks for addressing that. We totally forgot to address it. So, if you have questions and you're watching the replay or we didn't get to them, please put them in the comments, and we'll definitely, send them to you, or Jada can see them. We can tag her, and we can answer them. So, since we don't have any questions, where can people find you? What do you have on your website? I know I put your website in the description of this video, lowbackguide.com. But maybe if you can speak to what are some things that they can get through your website. I know that you're in Florida, but we're everywhere. We're online, so yeah.
Well, but good information is good information. No matter
exactly.
So if you go to lowbackguide.com, you can sign up and you can get our weekly newsletter, healthy newsletters that we come out every Wednesday. And if you put your email in at thelowbackguide.com, you'll get a PDF that has sleep tips, advice on footwear, and also some stretches to do too. Those are a couple of freebies that come with it. And that gives you access to our website, gloverhealth.com, which we have a ton of blogs. We do a new one each week. And then we also share those on our Facebook page at Glover Health as well.
Oh, I'm putting that.
So if send any questions, they can reach out to us there, and we get back pretty fast.
Awesome, and I'll actually be live tomorrow if anyone's interested on your business page talking about anti-inflammatory diet. So
can't wait.
And then Denise will be next Thursday.
Yes.
That's great.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. And let's all sleep better.
Absolutely.
So we can all heal.
Just give us a holler.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye.
All right.